Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This video is primarily for people who haven't attempted or haven't fully completed the new event quest for the Paragon / Thronebreaker difficulty. I mean, really it's Thronebreaker difficulty, but Kabam likes to say they have some Paragon elements thrown in. The good news is that the final two bosses are the easiest I've ever seen. I almost feel like we're being punked in a good way. Where Sandman, I got hit multiple times by the special one, and it felt like I was being hit by a 4-star, even though it was a 7-star boss. Shocker, I went unblockable a few times and wrecked me, but Nick Fury is not the real Nick Fury yet. He only lost 81% of his health, and this is the first person that I threw at Shocker. I had everybody else fully healed. But my run, my streak, my transparent item use, or as I proudly would say, lack thereof, for going through Thronebreaker has officially ended. Because there was a boss that I was not prepared for at all. A boss that was so annoying and so frustrating that I just wanted to throw my phone. And so I said, don't throw your phone. It's too expensive. It's worth probably more than your life, even though it's only worth like $1,000. Probably less than that. That was, hyperbole. I do think I'm worth more than 1,000, maybe 2,000. Who knows? On a good day, I don't know. But I do think you got to be prepared for it, and I'm going to be much better prepared for it next time. And the only reason why I got the boss down in the first place was because Nick Fury became the real Nick Fury, and so all the damage I took until that point I could take, as it was essentially reflected back on me like thorns. So if you don't believe that this is the first time that I've completed this, we are about to go over the dotted line, which of course communicates normally that you haven't attempted to do something until this month's side quest was so bugged that it, didn't matter. Now, some of you are waiting to do this also because you want to know for sure when the announcement is for 8.2 so that you can time the 14 days of the overflow with your revives and team revives accordingly. I think that's a really smart plan. So, I'm also trying to speak into the universe, and the keyword is attempt, for Iron Doom to make it as a 6-star in my roster, even though I doubt he ever will. So, I am continuing to select Tier 4 tech selectors, thinking, well, I'm going to need him to rank up 6-star Iron Doom, Haha. Even though he's probably not going to come. I was also so close to forming a Tier 3 Alpha that I think for the first time I actually formed one from these pretty underwhelming overall completion rewards, but still better than nothing. So the boss that I was referring to that wrecked me so hard that it reminds me of the first time I saw Thorns, ironically. I really just wanted to throw my phone, and I am not being I'm not exaggerating that. I really, really wanted to throw my phone. It was just the second boss. And I guess if that's one good thing about it being the second boss, because it's the tech chapter. What I like to do for tech is I usually like to bring in 2 champions. Warlock, who is an MVP upon MVPs again this month. Warlock, and then, especially for power control, believe it or not, I bring in Hulkbuster. But y'all, this month, you're also going to want to bring in and build up Hercules, if you can. And then a power control or power control immune champion. In my case, because I put so many SIGs into him, I think I'm going to bring in King Groot. Hulkling's a great idea. There are several others. In fact, I wrote some of them down. Let me go to my notes real quick. The others I think would work, but I haven't tested them. I think a team of King Groot and then Hercules, like I just put down. Omega Sentinel would be good. Nimgod would be good. Penny Parker would be good. But personally, for those specific counters, if you've got Gallon, Hulkling, and King Groot, I think those are the top champs. So, what makes this such a BS fight? Well, you don't want to lose items and revives like I did because, once you make it to that final boss, if I can follow the yellow brick road to the path uncharted to this Doc Ock, which Doc Ock, he has 2 nodes. I always mispronounce Aegis. It's the one that you have to have, and for this difficulty, 6 heavy charges to remove them. Now, normally, that's easy. Just parry heavy, right? But every time that he hits into your block, he gets an armor up buff, and he has enhanced armor, which plus 40% potency. And then that leads us to the electric defense. Each time the defender is struck while under the effect of an armor up buff, they will power burn the attacker for 5% of the bar power. Power burn damage scales with each armor up buff, as well as the defender's base attack. So if you've got something like King Groot, you're probably laughing at this. And Hercules, if awakened, obviously you're immortal, so that's not a fear. But I didn't have that luxury because I didn't do my homework, because I didn't watch a video like this. And so I brought in Ultron and the previously mentioned Warlock, and they were awful. It took me 3 level 1 revives, all of which I had in my overflow, to get him down, and I almost needed to use a 4th. I don't anticipate needing one, knock on wood, the rest of this exploration, but you never know. So that is my tip to help you all today. I hope that it helps somebody, because Lord knows this boss fight will scar me for a while. I was unprepared. Electric defense kicked my tail, and hopefully those of you who haven't done this yet will learn from this and be better than me.